Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will see about the why choosing the lowest bid L1 is not always the best strategy in capex procurement. Why choosing whenever we are having the L1, L2, L3 with us, and people generally say that the selecting L1 is the best option, but this L1 is not always the best option as far as the capex is concerned. Look at this why. Understanding the LY in procurement. What is L1 procurement? In procurement, L1 refers to the vendor offering the lowest price for the product and a services. Traditionally, the many organizations, especially in a public sector and old company-based systems where people generally thinking about the lower one price is always a better, they have heard about, they have learned about, and they are leaned towards the selecting the L1 to ensure the cost saving. However, this approach is often overlooked by looking the vital factors. For example, in a many organization, it is seen that the selecting the L1 will be the cost saving, but this is not always true because if we are selecting an item which is having a initial cost high but its total cost of ownership gets decreases, service support is there, spare parts are available there, so thus we can see that there is a long-term approach. That's why selecting this. Now pitfall into the L1. Why L1 is not always a best choice? While cost is a significant factor, relying solely on the lowest bid can be a challenging. Why? Quality compromises. Lowest price may not always come at the expense of the product and service quality. As usual, we can see that the lowest price may not always come with the product and the services qualities. So these are two important factors. Hidden cost. Initial saving might be offset by the higher maintenance and operation cost. For example, if you buy something at a very lower price, the people are saying that it's a very good thing, but there are the hidden costs associated with it, which includes your maintenance and operational cost. Delay deliveries. The vendor generally see that they provide the lowest cost, but they are unable to procure the material and provide to us. So vendor offering the lowest price may lack of infrastructure to deliver on time. Thus the lead time increases and on time delivery not be happen there. Lack of support. Post purchase support and availability of the spare part may be inadequate. Thus we always say that while procuring any item, we must have to think about its spare parts availability in the future. So that's these points have to be considered. Now let's move further. Importance of the total cost of ownership. Considering the total cost of ownership. Total cost of ownership encompasses all the costs associated for the product over its life cycle, which includes basically acquisition cost, which includes your purchasing cost, installation cost, and shipping cost. So while we are purchasing something, there is shipping and there is installation. Now we talk about the operational cost, which is your energy consumption, maintenance, repairs, downtime. These all the operational cost comes into the picture. End-to-end life cycle cost, which includes your disposal and decommissioning expenses. Whenever your machine gets older, then there is a possibility and requirement for scrap it. So there's end of life cost. By evaluating the total cost of ownership, organization can make a more informative decision and go just beyond the initial purchase price. Now the role of long-term supports and services. Two things are always there in our procurement is that long-term support for the machines that we are procuring and a local supports, which is also essential. So beyond the purchasing, supports and services, these are the two important things. Because if we have procured something at a lower price, but if we are not getting the services and supports, then our downtime automatically gets increases. Selecting a vendor should always include the X6. Now, after sales support, availability of the customer services and a technical assistance. So it is always essential that the availability of the spares and a technical assistance must be there. Spare part accessibility, easy of obtaining the replacement spare part to minimize the downtime. It is always says that it's a golden truth for any kind of procurement that availability of the spare parts that are replaceable for a longer period of time is the essential thing. Now the local presence, vendor at the local operation can offer the quick response time and better understanding of the regional requirement. For example, if we are having a vendor which is present in our local area for the forklift, then it always provides the after sale services whenever there is any kind of downtime is there and any kind of critical issue is coming, then this vendor will help us. Now strategic procurement approach, adopting the holistic procurement strategies. Modern procurement strategies emphasizes on quality cost-based selection. Always it is essential that a quality cost-based selection. Balancing the cost with the qualities and the technical expertise is the most important. Vendor evaluation, accessing the vendor based on a performance history, financial stability, and a capacity. So always say that the vendor evaluation is not based on the quotation; it's based upon their past history, what they were, and their performance, their capacity, with their financial stability. What are their basically the customers? So all these things is to be considered. Stakeholder involvement, engaging various department to understand the long-term need and its implications. So we said that as a part of a cross-functional and collaborative work, engagement of a different kinds of stakeholders is very essential while procuring anything, because they have to use the machine. Thus, their importance of presence is very essential. Now, basically, making the informed procurement decision. While accrual for the cost saving, L1 can be as strong. Thus, we can say that the rule of a cost saving, that is in the urge of a cost saving, L1 is always stronger. But it is important to consider the broader picture by evaluating the TCO, ensuring the robust support system, and adopting the strategies of procurement practices. Organization need to achieve the sustainable values, and basically the long-term operational efficiencies must be there. So sustainability, long-term approach, and operational efficiency must be there. If you find this video helpful, please share to my channel Nikhil Mittal Procurement, and you can comment over it. I'll like such kind of comments from your side that encourage me to make such kind of videos. And if you like any other topic over which I have to make the video, please comment in the below. Now let us see what example I was talking about. I need to buy a conditioning chamber, or basically the humidity chamber. So we have taken the prices from the C suppliers ABC. The rates of first one is this much, second is this much, and third one is this much. The installation cost is also given there. Now packing is also there. Freight is also there. Some time is paying the to pay. These are all the kinds of condition. Now, what you have observed from such kind of thing, this is a commercial data. If we go with the technical data for further more details like user friendliness, spare parts availability, technical support, then we can say that the 1.5 lakh is much more better as 3.5 lakh. I'm sorry, is much more better as compared to the 1.5 lakh, because here the demo is there, customer support is there, installation is there. Thus, it is said that the always L1 is not always a better, because we have to go beyond the L1. It's a total cost of ownership, strategic thinking, long-term approach, and spare parts availability and services. So thanks for watching this video. Nikhil Mittal signing off.